Hi friends, this is Molly Hughes from Hugbox TGM, and welcome to my new web series, Hugbox World News. First up, we head to Settle Key in Florida as residents of that area begin cleanup as Hermine heads north. The small outcropping was one of the hardest hit parts of the state, which on Friday saw its first hurricane and make landfall in more than a decade, and despite the island's and residents' efforts to hold back, the storm surged. Many saw floodwaters rush through and disseminate their homes and business.
It seems like this storm was a little stronger than the previous one, so whatever we did and the neighbors, the sandbagging, it just didn't work. I mean, it was the pressure, it just, I guess the height of the surge, that nothing really helped.
Though only a Category 1 storm, the state of Florida was at a heightened alert as many of its residents have never experienced one of those of that magnitude.
A couple of months ago, we had a flood tide, and I got stranded here for 3 or 4 hours waiting for the tide to go down.
So we're going to make the best of it, and we'll rebuild, and we'll be a tight-knit group.
Next up, Amazon Dash 1 button device arrives in Britain.
Don't let running out ruin your rhythm. Introducing the new Amazon Dash button, the simple way to reorder your daily essentials. Available to Prime members, the Dash button is easy to set up, and when you're running low, simply push the button. Get an order alert on your phone, so it's easy to cancel if you change your mind. And with Prime delivery, your products are delivered straight to your door, keeping your household running, not running out. Prime members, get your Amazon Dash button today.
And next up, Libyan Prime Minister visits areas of Sirte taken back from ISIS. Libya's Tripoli Prime Minister, the head of the UN-backed unity government, toured the war-battered city of Sirte on Wednesday, August 31st. His second visit since troops launched an offensive to oust Islamic State militants from the city more than 3 months ago.
تفضل شجاعة أبطالنا، تفضل شجاعة شبابنا. التقدم اللي تم خلال الفترة الوجيزة هذه كان بالفعل إنجاز غير مسبوق. الكثير كان يراهن أن معركة سرت ستكون معركة دولية، كان يراهن أن ستكون سوريا أخرى أن يكون بوضوح، لكن شبابنا فند كل الكلام هذا بشجاعته بإنجازات على الأرض. نعلم جيدا أن
And next, Sturgeon launches new Scottish independence drive after a systematic Brexit vote. Nicola Sturgeon will manage her appetite for Scottish independence vote after Brexit.
Good morning, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you here. Do we control our own destiny as a country, or will we always be at the mercy of decisions taken elsewhere? We'll come against the backdrop of the damaging uncertainty caused by the UK-wide vote 10 weeks after accidentally leading the UK to the EU exit door. It really does beg your belief that the Tories are no further forward in setting out the detail of what Brexit actually means. Indeed, in many respects, Brexit is simply one illustration, albeit a very material one, of the democratic deficit at the heart of the Westminster system. My message to the Prime Minister is this: you may have a mandate in England and Wales to leave the EU, But you do not have a clear mandate to take any part of the UK out of the single market, completely and utterly for. All of that makes, though every single poll since the 23rd of June has shown support for independence higher than it was on the 18th of September 2014. And while I take nothing for granted, I suspect support for independence will be even higher if it becomes clear that it is the best or the only way to protect our interests. That, friends, is why I believe it is right that our party does now lead a new conversation on independence. The certainty of Brexit leading to the hard reality of a life outside the single market. So let's now get on with that job. Thank you very much.
And in Baghdad, weapons storage blasts fires off rockets in the area, killing at least 4. A blast caused by a fire at weapons storage in eastern Baghdad on Friday, September 2nd, set off rockets that hit neighboring districts, killing at least 4 residents and injuring dozens of others, police and hospital sources say. And Russian Putin meets Japanese Prime Minister Abe in Vakasov.
Уважаемый господин премьер-министр, и, безусловно, очень важно с политического уровня поддержать намерение бизнес-сообщества развивать взаимный контакт. У нас возобновилась работа на уровне министров иностранных дел. И мы внимательно изучаем ваши предложения, которые вы сформулировали во время вашего визита в Сочи. Спасибо большое за ваш визит. Добро пожаловать.
アジア太平洋地域の成長は世界経済の牽引役であります。その力を日本とロシアに取り込むにあたってですね、この極東ロシア極東地域はですね、各国の共同作業の場であり、そしてその玄関口にあたるウラジオストクにおけるですね、国際経済のフォーラム開催はですね、まさに時期を得たものであり、そしてその大統領のイニシアティブに敬意を表し、日本も支持をいたします。
And now we head to Syria as evacuation begins in besieged rebel-filled Syrian enclave of Mar-Dilemea. Evacuations began in besieged rebel-held Syrian enclave of Matalaf following a government strategy of siege and bombardment.
اليوم اللي عم يصير هو إجلاء الدائرنة الموجودين داخل المعظمية من مسلحين دائرنة أو مدنيين دائرنة إلى منطقة حرجلة لتسوية أوضاعهم والعودة إلى حضن الوطن استكمالا للاتفاق الذي تم في مدينة داريا. اليوم حيخرج 303 أشخاص بين نساء وأطفال ورجال. And China's Xi meets his Indonesian counterpart ahead of G20.
Chinese President Xi met Indonesian President Joko Widodo on Friday, September 2nd in the Chinese eastern city of Hangzhou ahead of G2 summit. Xi and Widodo shook hands before sitting down for talks in the presence of delegations from both nations. China appears determined to impress the leaders of the world's 20 biggest economies due to attend the September 4th or 5th summit in Hangzhou, whose lakefront scenery has inspired generations of painters and poets.
欢迎你来杭州出席20国集团领导人峰会来华，也是我们的第5次会，我们都愿意共同推动两国的全面战略伙伴关系不断地向前发展。
G20 akan sukses dan lancar.
我也愿意借此机会
Dan yang mulia, pertemuan G20 akan sukses dan lancar. RRT hasil pertemuan mekanisme dialog tersebut dapat diimplementasikan.
And Mother Teresa's order keeps alive the legacy of Calcutta's Saint of Gutters.
She have seen people in front of her dying on the streets, or they are being eaten up by maggots, rats. They are eating from the dustbins. They are lying near the dustbins or drainages. She saw it herself and her heart was paining. She wanted a place where she can bring and take care of them, give them that dignity of life.
Much we cannot do, but we make them comfortable in their movement, and time to time we feed them, and we make them happy.
One who is able to understand another person understands the burden and the suffering and the humanity that to understand the wisdom of God, not wisdom of the world.
She has lived a saintly life, lived and shared her life for others. So in the eyes of people and in the eyes of God, I'm sure she is done God's work.
And finally from tonight, Indonesia authority arrests a New Zealand nationality for drug trafficking. Bali's national news agency, BNN, held a news conference on Friday, September 2nd, after the authority arrested a New Zealand woman on Wednesday, August 31st, for alleged methamphetamine possession.
Sepertinya seperti itu karena dia dengan berteriak. Marilyn ini udah ditetapkan sebagai tersangka. Kita sudah koordinasi dengan kedutaan segala macam bahwa tidak lanjut mereka sekarang adalah sebagai tersangka pengguna narkoba. .43 gram yang dia gunakan dan barang bukti itu ada pada badannya bukan pada tasnya. Pada saat penggeledahan tidak ditemukan di tas-tasnya tetapi dalam badannya terjatuh sabu-sabu ini.
And that is the Hugbox World News for tonight. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more of this, subscribe.